Wilton Hunt over here. I'm very happy to see that more and more of you out there are knowing that it's very, very critical to get more reviews. Monitor your reviews and also try and have different strategies to try to get more positive reviews. And very often, most of us, we only talk about Google. Google is not the only review site out there. And you also have to monitor the other review sites out there, such as Facebook and Yelp. And which other review sites should you also focus on is it depends in your local area. The easiest way to find out which of these are the most critical for you is to Google your own brand name. Very often whenever people are looking you up, let's say they saw one of your mailers, let's say they were referred over to you by their friend, what they might do is they just go on Google and they Google you. They type in your brand name, simply just trying to look up your website or to call you. Very often, what will also appear on first page of Google, obviously Google reviews is here. That's where most of us are very focused on these days. But also on first page of Google, very often, Yelp reviews also show up and Facebook reviews also do show up. And what I would also recommend is just to kind of scan through which other review sites is out there in your local area. But typically, what you might want to consider is, besides generating more Google reviews, is to also work on Facebook reviews and Yelp reviews. These are the big three, simply because let's say if you have a lot of good reviews on Google and there's a disconnect where you have very little reviews on Yelp and Facebook, or that your Yelp reviews are subpar or your Facebook reviews are subpar, where you have very high ratings on Google and very subpar rating on Yelp and Facebook, now consumers might find that sketchy. So what I would recommend these days is to, yes, focus on Google reviews, but also have strategies to monitor and beef up your reviews on Yelp and Facebook. Essentially what you want is similar to this, where whenever they Google your brand, they see a lot of tons of good positive reviews on Google, on Yelp, and Facebook. So basically you are subliminally telling them that just go ahead and call you. So I would really recommend you to, first of all, Google yourself and see what shows up on first page of Google. Typically, it's going to be Google, Facebook, and Yelp. So do not ignore other review sites out there as well.